Which one of the phases, offense, defense, special teams, needs the most improvement after last week's game?
I think it became very apparent to the coaches that we need to work in all three phases, but most of all, what needs to happen is that our players need to get back to trusting the process. Defensively, we had a lot of guys freelancing, not doing the things that our coaches coached them to do. Offensively, it was kind of the same thing, some miscues. In the kicking game, we've been strong at times and weak at times, just lack of consistency. And that, Chris, really comes down to, as I said, trusting the process, listening to the coaches, and not listening to everybody outside the program. As some of the guys admitted after the game, they didn't listen to the coaches when we talked about the fact that we were 5-0 and they were 4-1, and that would have no bearing on the game. How many times during the week did I say to the team, we are going to have to match and then overcome their emotional charge at the beginning of the game? Did we or did we not talk about that?
You did.
And we did not do that, did we? A couple times early in their first drive, we had them third and medium, third and long, and we let them off the hook. And eventually ended up being an 18-play drive and a score in the opening drive of the game for them. No one had done that to us all season.
It appears Brother Rice has upgraded the number of good athletes in their schools in recent years.
There's no doubt. They've made a commitment that they want to have a program, much like ours. And they're going out and they're finding those players, and then they're finding a way to get them into Brother Rice and keeping them there. Many of those same kids are kids that we marketed or looked at or thought about coming to Mount Carmel, and for whatever reasons, that just didn't happen. But to their credit, they're working hard. They're not outworking us. They're not out marketing us. But for some reasons, those kids are picking schools like Brother Rice and Lawrence and Marist over the Mount Carmels and the St. Rita's and some other schools. And we know the answers to those questions. We just have to work on that. But again, it was very apparent to a lot of people that they had a lot more athletes on the field the other night than we did.
What are your thoughts on Leo coming up this week?
Well, again, Leo is a struggling program. They're not the once proud program that they used to be, but they always have good players. But you have to have that combination of the good players, the good coaching, and Mike does the best job he can with his staff. It's just been unfortunate for them the last number of times we've played them. They'll hit you now, but we just end up outmanning them. The big thing is you can never take an opponent for granted, just like you guys learned last Friday night. Records don't mean anything. As you guys were told early in the year by the officials, the referees that came and talked to our team, that everybody who plays Mount Carmel, there's a big bullseye on our back. It's a big target on our back, so we're going to get everybody's best game. Nobody's going to come unprepared to play Mount Carmel.
Thank you, Coach.
You're more than welcome, Chris. We'll see you again next week.